Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Students, so today's topic is food chain and food web. First of all, you see that what are the basic definitions of food chain and food web. We'll try to explain them with different examples and briefly discuss the difference between the two. Food chain is defined as a chain of transfer of food energy from one group to another group through a series of steps called trophic levels. So it's a transfer of food energy from one trophic level to another trophic level. In simple words, we can say it's a phenomena of to eat or being eaten. For example, if we take the example of plants, plants you know that they are known as producers. They can make their food themselves. They're also known as producers. They produce the food for the whole ecosystem from the solar energy by the process of photosynthesis. So the chemical energy in the form of food energy is produced by converting the solar energy into the chemical energy. Plants trap the solar energy, convert it into chemical energy, and plants are consumed by deer, and deer is consumed by tiger. So, plant every food chain starts with a producer and is consumed by the primary. Every food chain starts with a producer and goes to primary and consumer and secondary consumer. In case of first example, the plants are producers, deer is a primary consumer, and tiger is a secondary consumer. If there is one more consumer, we can label that as quaternary consumer. So the first consumer will label it or call it primary consumer, the second one secondary consumer, and third is tertiary consumer, and if there is a fourth one, that is quaternary consumer. The second example is grass producer. It's consumed by primary consumer grasshopper. Grasshopper is consumed by frog, and frog is consumed by snake. Grasshopper is primary consumer, frog secondary consumer, and snake is a tertiary consumer. And the second is food web. Food web is a network of interconnection of food chains. So it's a network, it's like a web of different food chains which are connected to each other, forming a web like structure. For example, if we start from the grass, it can be taken by grasshopper, it can be taken by mouse, it can be taken by rabbit. So it's consumed by different organisms which lead to different trophic levels and different food chains which are interconnected in a way. For example, grass it's taken by grasshopper, grasshopper is taken by lizard, lizard is taken by hawk. Grasshopper in second series it may be consumed by mouse, and then snake, and then hawk. Grasshopper can be consumed by rabbit and directly by hawk. Grasshopper can be directly taken by hawk. So it is a web. It is a complex of different food chains. So difference between the food chain and food web is food chain is simple and food web is complex. In food chain is limited and it can create instability in an ecosystem as there are no different options in a food chain. If one organism is taken away, for example, a deer is taken away in a food chain, the whole food chain will be disturbed. But in food web, there are different options and it leads to the stability of ecosystem.